Doing gang things, living super clean. That done came up. Can't control us. One time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control us. One time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control us. Look at you, you done came up now. Get it how you live, mess the game up now. Ain't messing with yoga, but get the flame up. Hey, used to be Toby, but got your name back now. I see ya, paid under pressure. 25 lighters, got them all on the dresser. If it ain't for you, ain't for you then. If you a lame or a sucker, wanna dress you then. Grown up now, bump the childish ways. Got a wife and a bunch of kids to raise. Punch a clock side, hustle or a business you endure to ensure that all the bills is paid. Slow clap for your homeboy, could've turned out like your homeboy. Being on the same block, cooking up the same rock on the cell block lot with your homeboy. But no, you had vision, you had gold. Brand new you on the old time road, take care home where you bust your low. Black men don't teach, screaming Bondi ho. Real men talk, real king ways. Still in captivity, but minds ain't slave. Got a little wisdom, boy, you PD grade. Giving out the knowledge on the stoop these days. One time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. One time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. One time for the folk that have moved up. Even if you had the slow start screwed up. Used to gang bang, now homie brewed up. Had a little plan, I had them blew up. Look at you like a man right now. Dressed to the T, smelling like a grand right now. And you ain't got nothing from a handout now. Just faith and hard work, gets it planned out now. You could've took a bunch of dusty rolls. The hand dealt with a bunch of cards to fold. You stay hot while the world is freezing cold. The same plot, but the story's never old. Slow clap for your kinfolk. Could've been asking what your info. Prosecutor could be trying to do you in for the 2020 twins, so you passing out the info. But no, you had purpose, you had plans. I ain't throwing nothing, I'ma say these bands won't impress y'all, don't need no fans. That ain't my God, who is that man? This real men talk, real king ways. Still in captivity, but minds ain't slave. Got a little wisdom, boy, you peep these grades. Giving out the knowledge on the stoop these days. One time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. One time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. Yeah, real man. Sheesh. Yeah. Doing cane things. Mono. Living super clean. That they came up. One time for my king doing king things. I'm these hoes cause he know he got a good thing. I submit and I cook and I clean and I never hold back on that wop, I'ma let it rain. Made me honest, I got a ring. All praises to the most high, let it sing. A real man able, sister never came. And I ain't going nowhere, this is not a game. Look at you, girl, you're lonely right now. Settling for bums instead of men the most high. He provide and protect, so he get our respect. And he leading us aboard when them chariots fly. I don't really think you hear me though. You can't cross this bridge on some billy goats. Let him save you in the end like a Seminole. Beers help me, shout it, let the silly go. One time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. One time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up.
Shalom, sisters and cousins. Praise the Lord, saints. Excuse me, my producers are still trying to get me to learn this board and stuff. How are y'all? Hello. If you're joining me on IG, I'm sorry you cannot hear the music and everything, all the lovely ambiance. Please join us on YouTube. The link to the YouTube is in my IG bio. You can go to, I believe we are on the House of Mono or Monologue McGad, if somebody could tell me which YouTube we're on, because I'm not sure. So, okay, happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve. I hope you all have been having a lovely week. First and foremost, all praises to the Most High for another opportunity to just be here with y'all. Shout out to my illustrious husband. You can follow him at Monologue McGad. You can check out his music. You can check out his videos. All that stuff's on YouTube and on Facebook. So that's the House of Mono. My husband, Monologue McGad. Hold on, I don't know how to work the thing to put it up there, but it's MONOLOG_MAGAD. The House of Mono, and I am the wife of Mono. So hello. Few things I wanted to get into today. In particular for some housewife stuff. Let's talk about keeping up appearances, okay? And I don't mean in a fake, phony, keeping up with the Joneses type of way. I mean keeping up yourself every day. As a housewife, the value in that can often get lost. And I totally get it. It's like, hey, I'm in the house all day. These kids are throwing up on me, spitting up on me. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning. Why do I need to get dressed up? And I'm not saying you need to get dressed up, but I am saying that when you wake up, let's pull yourself together. I'm not gonna lie, I tried to do the makeup every day thing. It does get a little tedious, and not to mention my skin just does not take too well to that. So I definitely do not put on any makeup or do not do my hair on the Sabbath. Like, I just don't. My bonnet is on all day. You get a fresh, clean face. I mean, my face gonna be clean, but there's no makeup, not on Sabbath. That's our day off. That's definitely a day for my skin to rest, and my hair as well too. But other than that, every other day, I feel like even as a housewife, you need to put a little effort into your look. Your man is not home all day. Okay, let's face facts. He's not home all day. He's out seeing different creatures who do care to put makeup on and to smell good and to look nice. So let's have that available for that man when he comes home from that long day, because it does help set an atmosphere, and it sets an ambiance in your home. If he can come home and the house is clean, let's say that first, clean, soft, and smelling good. Those three things your house should be: clean, soft, and smelling good. As much as possible. I'm not pleased. If you go upstairs right now, you see laundry in my hallway. But like the floors are clean, like the major stuff is done. Okay. Other than that, my house looks lived in. There's folded up clothes on the couch, but it's clean. You understand what I'm saying? And most importantly, the places that are important to my husband are clean. Calm before stormy. Shalom, princess. Thank you for joining me. The places that are important to my husband are clean. Because like when we first got married, I just focused on what I felt was important: the kitchen, the bathroom. He cares about the kitchen, but the place that he cares more about is the bedroom. Why? Because when he comes home, that's where he goes. That's his sanctuary. That's where he wants to go to relax. In order for him to relax, it has to be clean. And that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. I told y'all before, I change my linen every 3 to 4 days. So that's not a problem with me. I just didn't realize that's not a need for me. Like, it can be clothes on the couch. I mean, it's not going to be filthy, but there can be clothes on the couch. It might be, little stuff here and there. But that drives him crazy. So part of me being a good wife, learning my husband, I have to make sure I focus on that. So if I don't clean anything else, if nothing else gets my attention, the bedroom is going to get my attention. Why? Because that's my husband's sanctuary. That's his zone. I want to make sure that that's good for him when he comes home from a long day or comes upstairs from a long day at work. So something I use to help me, because I have not been a makeup girl all my life. I'm not going to say, you ain't going to see me doing no makeup tutorials, child, nothing like that. Like this little stuff I put together, I just recently figured out how to use brushes and creams and powders, and I'm still learning. So by no means am I up here saying that like I'm some kind of makeup aficionado at all. But I feel better when I get up and put effort into myself. So a good way to get more makeup and not have to spend a lot of money. Subscription services. And my favorite subscription service is Ipsy. I've tried a few of them. I didn't necessarily like the products, the size. It just wasn't really working for me. Ipsy is wonderful. You can get a glam bag and a glam bag plus. The glam bag it's about $13 a month. And you get about 3 or 4 kind of like sample size, but it's really good stuff. I mean, it's not CoverGirl and Maybelline. This is stuff. And to get the good stuff, when you fill out the survey, if y'all go to Ipsy.com and subscribe, when you fill out the survey, tell them that the cost does not matter. Because if you tell them that you're only going to spend $20 on your cosmetics, they're going to send you $20 cosmetics. So tell them the price doesn't matter. Get the good stuff. When you find something you like, you'll pay for it. Trust me, like the mascara I've discovered is amazing. Okay, so there's a glam bag plus. Glam bag plus is like $27 a month, but these are full size products. So next month when I get my bag, I'm going to open it for y'all. I'm gonna do like an unboxing so y'all can see. I just really think this is great. And they send you brushes, like you'll get all kinds of cosmetic items. It's helped me to experiment with new stuff, learn about new colors, and kind of build my little, cosmetic collection. So I definitely would recommend that for y'all. So moving on, I got a couple of things I want to talk to y'all about today, and I'm really trying to narrow it down. But in continuing talking about keeping up appearances, let's talk about keeping up the appearances of our home. When we first got married, my husband wasn't used to bath mats. The little mat that you step on when you get out the shower in the tub and stuff, and that you stand on when you're at the sink. Yes, he did not understand why I had these things. Now, if they're not there, he notices, and it's like, wait a minute, what's going on? Look, as a housewife, as a woman, your job is to keep the home. That is our job, to keep the home. So any little thing that you can do that you can add a little comfort, a little softness to your home, I'm definitely for that. And he's gonna complain. They don't understand. Why are you spending money on that? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? But when you put it all together and it looks nice and it smells good, and he can come in there and he can relax, then you'll get the compliments. You'll get the, oh, thank you, honey. This is so nice. You'll get that. You just have to go ahead and put it. He can't see it. That's not where their focus is. If your man is like mine, his focus is on the finances. He's thinking about working. What can I do next? So my attitude when we first got married, and we were first starting our businesses, was, how can I make it so that he can just focus on that? Because we were struggling. I didn't want to be struggling. I knew my husband had the potential. He came to me with a plan. We talked about it, and I knew he could make it happen. So, okay, my prayer now is, Lord, help me to be the kind of wife that he needs. Mrs. Sanders, Shalom, thank you for joining me. Help me to be the kind of wife that he needs to be the entrepreneur, the boss, the whatever he needs, the businessman, whatever he needs to be. Help me to position myself for that. And it's not, sometimes it is physical stuff, y'all. Sometimes it's changes that we have to make in our surroundings. I mean, what man wants to come home to a nasty house? He can make a home on his own. He can buy a home on his own. My husband can buy a house. Your man can buy a shelter. He can rent an apartment. He can do whatever. Fine. It's 4 walls and a ceiling. He can handle that. What you bring to the table is making it a home. Cooking food in there so he can smell food sometimes when he comes in. The little niceties that make your house a home, the things that make it comfortable. So I think that's something that we all can kind of like focus on, to just, help them feel better, help ourselves feel better, help our families run smoother. Okay, now on to a little fun stuff, because my husband told my business yesterday and told y'all that I watch reality shows. So yeah, I'm gonna just be transparent. Yes, I do watch some ratchet reality shows. I really, really do. However, Oh my gosh, the the constant I don't feel like the elevation of Black women needs to be at the detriment of Black men. And it looks to me like that is what happens. It's like these women are put on these pedestals almost to the detriment of their families. A few of them, a lot of them. So okay, like in particular on Real Housewives of Potomac, which I have been watching. Um, if y'all been watching it, y'all seen Wendy. Now, this lady has 4 degrees. She's a professor at Johns Hopkins University. She's a political correspondent on CNN. I mean, sister has it going on. She is Igbo. Please excuse me. She is Igbo. So, as far as I believe, she's an Israelite as well. She has a husband. He's also very well educated. They live very well. They have 3 beautiful children. So the whole first season, she established herself as an intellectual, beautiful force. Like I was rooting for her. And then it comes back on and she done went out and BBL'd herself all up. And why? Why? I liked having an a well-spoken, articulate woman who she was never disrespectful to her husband. I did not see her. Yes, honey, I know the shows is horrible, but I did not see her disrespecting her husband. Like, so disappointed. But anyway, so there's another show that's coming on called The Encore. If you're like in my age group, I think you will love this show. What they did is took members of girl groups from the 90s and put them all together in a house. And they were supposed to make an album and do a live show. Well, child, it's been a hot mess. So the twins from Cherish is on there, Fallon and Felicia. Shamari from Black. I don't know if y'all remember Black, but Left Eye's cousin, I believe, was in that group. Misha and what is the other girl's name from 702? Misha and Irish from 702. Nivy is there. Keely from 3LW and Cheetah Girls is there. And Pam from Total is there. Yes. So the season finale is next week when they're supposed to put on the show, right? So I've told y'all about what, 6 people? Did I get everybody? Yeah, I think it's like 6 women. And now there are only 3 left. The twins, Pam. Did I count the twins as one? I counted the twins as one. Okay, but the twins, Pam, Shamari, and Keely is the only people left. Okay, so if am I aging myself? I'm not ashamed of how old I am. Okay, I'm a legit 80s baby, born in the 19 of the 80s. Okay, Combo for some yes, sis, please watch it so I have somebody to talk to about it because it is really good. It really gave me a outside in view on female dynamics. And I'm not gonna lie, it was really an eye opener because I was able to see some behaviors that I may be guilty of. And it was like, oh my God, do I act like that? Do I really act like that? Belisa 720 Shalom. Just So Lovely. It's on BT Plus. It comes on Wednesday night at like 9 or something, but you can catch it on demand. They have them all on demand. And like I said, the final show is next week. So please y'all watch it so we can talk about it next week. So a couple of other shows that I really like. Of course, Housewives of Atlanta, but I'm ashamed to say that. I really am. I'm ashamed. I'm sorry. I like Master Chef, Chopped, those shows that I was talking about yesterday. There are a few other ones that I like. So yeah, so if y'all watch any of those, you ever want to chat about them, please let me know. Again, y'all know I love documentaries. I talk about that all the time. So if you come across any really good ones, let me know. Explained Love After Lockup. I don't watch Love After Lockup. I've heard that it was kind of messy. So I might have to check it out. Monologue King thing. Oh yes, our song. Okay. So yeah, if you see any good documentaries, pass it on. I will definitely watch it and we can definitely talk about that. You know what? I'm still waiting for We Network to do another marriage boot camp. I love that show. I'm definitely waiting for another season of marriage boot camp. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous to talk about this with y'all because I don't want y'all to think I'm crazy, okay? But however, hold on, let me find my notes because I want to tell y'all the right information. Okay. Okay. So, this year, everyday folks falling in love and marrying inmates when they come out. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check it out and we'll talk about it. The ratchetness. Hey, look, my life is calm, so I need to get my ratchet from somewhere. I outsource my ratchet, and I'm okay with that. And here I go aging myself again, right? We are coming up on the 20-year anniversary of the plane crash that took Aaliyah from us. That was on August 20th, 2001, if I had that correctly. So there is a website that I like to visit. I am a student, lyrical love 143, Shalom. I am I don't want to say conspiracy theories because I believe this stuff is real. I'm a conspiracy believer. Let's call it that. Okay. So I will not dismiss anything without looking into it, asking some questions, just like that AURS online thing I was telling y'all about yesterday. It was a hoax, but people are like up in arms for no reason. Okay. So I think stuff like that goes on all the time. All right. So, right. Because it's too much. Like, it's too many things that happen with no explanation or some raggedy explanation. Hello, my king. Hello. Thank you for joining me. So yeah, it's not right. It's not right, first of all. Secondly, the Bible speaks of conspiracies against the people of God. So I don't even understand how once you've read it in the Bible, you just don't want to see it at that point. And that's fine. I'm not here to convince you. There's a book coming out. And I believe it's unauthorized. I haven't read anything that's said it was authorized. If you go to vigilantcitizen.com, you can read the entire article. So allegedly, there was a gentleman who was a driver for Aaliyah and her crew when they were doing the Rock the Boat video. If you remember, that's the video. Jane Dollars Drip, Shalom, sis. Thank you for joining me. If you remember, the Rock the Boat video was her last video. That was the video that subsequently she passed after. So in reading the article, it talks about how she did not want to get on the plane. And after arguing with some people in her crew, somehow she was drugged. She was given a sleeping pill. I'm going to say that. And that's how she ended up on the plane. She was supposed to have a chartered jet come for her the next day. Allegedly, from this article, they knew that the weight on the plane was an almost suicidal amount. And that's an exact quote. It was almost, that plane trip was almost suicidal. Oh, there's a documentary. Okay, I haven't seen that. I just stumbled on this today. And they talk about how they found her. And it was just, it's really heartbreaking. And then of course, and I don't see, this is where I kind of deter. Like I don't really go into every part of the theory, because in this part of the theory, Dame Dash, Jay-Z, and Beyonce are said to have played a part in the situation that led to her passing. And if you read further on in the article, and I never watched Queen of the Damned. I don't do horror movies. I don't at all. You can ask my family. I don't do horror movies. I will leave the house. Y'all can have it. I just can't deal with them. So I never watched Queen of the Damned. But in this article, it was saying, and this was her last movie, but supposedly, right, allegedly, right, supposedly, and I don't know because I haven't watched the movie, but she was a vampire in the movie, and these vampires were in the music industry sucking the blood out of other musicians. And then at the end of the movie, she's like killed or whatever, and then she comes back as the Queen of the Damned. I mean, is art imitating life, or is life imitating art? What? And this is why I can't believe how people don't or won't even consider conspiracies in any situation. How can somebody? It's not a coincidence that this movie happened, and then shortly after she met this untimely death while working. And I don't even want to get into the R. Kelly stuff, because of course it talked about that in this article. But oddly enough, when it came to the allegations of her being given a sleeping pill and being put on this flight against her wishes, he was not mentioned to have anything to do with that. Although it does say that when Aaliyah was dating Dame Dash, that she refused to talk to him about the situation with R. Kelly. Like in the article, it talks about how after she broke away from him, she wouldn't talk about it with anybody. It was just too painful for her to relive. But allegedly, Jane Dollar Strip, it's on vigilantcitizen.com. It should be like the first one up there. It's a big picture of Aaliyah. You'll see it. Yeah, they never said that R. Kelly had anything to do with her being on that plane. Oddly enough, it was allegedly to push her out of the way for Beyonce. I don't know. I don't want to accuse anyone of something as gruesome as that. Now, would I put it past anyone? These type of people? No, because they're not like us. Let's just keep it real. They're not like us. They're on something totally different. So no, while I wouldn't put it past them, I'm not about to just sit here and say like, oh yes, I'm sure that this happened. No, I'm not gonna say that. But if y'all want to check that out, also her family is trying to shut down some people trying to release her music unauthorized. So please keep an eye out for that, because at the end of the day, like that is still her family's estate, and they're entitled to, what she earned. So yeah. Aaliyah, 20 years. That's so sad. Okay, so let's get into some hair talk. And I like hair talk, but I don't like to talk about it with everyone, because unfortunately, and let's just keep it funky, all right? A lot of y'all are pro-black, but a lot of y'all aren't pro-black hair. Y'all not. Anything past a 3A, y'all got a problem with. And it's not cool. It's not cool. And I've especially felt this, and I'm not the only one that felt this during the whole bonnet conversation. I mean, y'all might be like, oh, that's old. No, it's not old, because we live it every day. The mess, we get so many mixed messages as Black women. Okay. Thank you, sis. Okay. She already agreed. We get so many mixed messages as Black women. Okay, we're told, oh, don't wear all them wigs and weaves. You're trying to look like a white woman. Be your natural self. Okay, well, guess what, sir? My natural hair cannot fit under a ball cap. It can't. What you see under these headphones is product and water. Okay. Do you know how much this product costs? I don't think y'all understand. The good stuff starts at $15 a jar, and these jars ain't big. You're not going to Sam's and getting a bulk of good hair stuff. Okay. The good stuff, it starts at $15, and you might be able to use it for like 2 or 3 weeks if you're getting up doing your hair every day. But if you have to save money, then you're going to try to make this product last a little bit longer. See, because y'all tell us that we need to stop spending money at the beauty supply store. Stop spending money with the Asians. Okay, cool. Let me try to minimize my costs. Hey, I don't need to put product in my hair to run to Kroger. I can just run to Kroger real quick, right? I'm gonna keep this bonnet on. I'm clean. I smell good. Now, those two things I think are not negotiable. Okay, we're gonna be clean. We're gonna be smelling good. Okay. I just had to run out the house real quick. And this is gonna work for me right now. I can't put on a baseball cap. I can't. Child, why? I'll be looking like the cat in the hat because that thing will be sitting on the top of my hair. I can't do a messy bun. It's not. It's gonna be a ball of curls, and y'all gonna be looking at me like, "Oh my God, why she not comb her hair?" You're never satisfied. Never satisfied. You're not. We can't work out. Like, okay, Black women need to exercise. You need to be fit, right? Well, guess what? If our hair cannot survive a workout, even with a perm, it can't. So can y'all just give us a break? Like every other, I'm not gonna say every other, that's a lie. Because most brown cultures keep themselves up. Their women keep themselves up. Even our Latina sisters, they keep themselves up. Okay. When I was in Jersey, I went to the Dominican salon, honey, and they was in there every week like clockwork. Hair done, nails done. Even the older ladies, okay, stayed sharp. They did not play. We need to get back to that. But we can do it and still be economically responsible if we're not worried about living up to some kind of ridiculous standards. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go here because I don't think people understand the economics that are involved in Black hair. And I'm gonna tell not the Spanish women here. No, you're right. Now there is a difference. But in the North, they don't play. I don't think people understand the economics of hair, the economics even of natural hair. Okay, I don't have a perm. All right, no perm. Good. This is As I Am in water. Okay, I love As I Am. Great product. But let's go on the low end. Okay, let's go on the low end and say you're spending $15 a bottle. At the least, you need shampoo, conditioner, and you need a leave-in. Okay, so that's $45 right there. And like I said, this stuff is gonna last you maybe about 2-3 weeks. These Mexicans we got up north, y'all got Dominicans and Ricans. Okay, right. So that's 3 products right there. That's $45. And I cannot style my hair. If I walk out the house with just the leave-in child, it's gonna look like I've been working in the desert all day. An hour later. Okay. So we still talk about curling gel, hair oil, sprays, pomade. I mean, at a minimum, you need shampoo, conditioner, leave-in, some type of curling gel, and some type of oil. At $20 a pop, that's $100 right there. Y'all can tell me what 15 times 5 is, but 5, 25, whatever it is, it's a lot. Okay. It is a lot. And I don't think people understand that. Okay. So, like, give us a break, please. It comes off very anti-Black when y'all go on these rants about how Black women can't keep themselves up. About how, we need to be worried about how everybody's judging us. No, brother. No, sister. If you would look at your fellow sister and give her a break, it don't matter what nobody else say. It would not matter if we will all get together with ourselves and say, listen, we're not going to keep doing this. Okay. We understand that our hair comes in all different textures and patterns. Okay. I'm a 3 in the front, but it's some 4 in the back. Okay, don't fool yourself. It gets nappy back here, which is why I can't keep my hair straight. Y'all saw I had my hair straight last week. I got my hair straightened on Friday. By Sunday, I was washing it. Why? Because as soon as some sweat hit my hair, it's over, child. It's over, done. We curling right back up. But I paid, it would have been $65. My aunt washed my hair for me, so I didn't have to pay for the shampoo. But that press was supposed to be $65. And it only lasted for 2 days. Like, think about this, please. The next time you look at a woman, at a Black woman, and what's wrong with her hair? And please, y'all, because I feel like, please don't get mad at me for saying this. Y'all like to recall the curses for everything else. It's always the reason for everything else. Give us some grace when it comes to our hair. This only affects Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. It only affects us. So even looking at our Latino sisters, our Native American sisters, they don't have this problem. This was not a Northern Kingdom curse. This was specifically for the Southern Kingdom. And listen, y'all, I know the pain. Okay. When I came from Germany here, I was tortured about my hair. They would literally chase me around a school singing chia pet. Like they called me a chia pet constantly. And I can't tell y'all how many days I went home and cried. How many days I wished I was a white girl so I could just have straight hair. We have got to stop tearing each other down, especially about something that we can't control and that you know is a result of the same behavior that got us caught up in slavery in the first place. It's a result of the same behavior that has us in captivity. Have some of that same, when you want to have empathy for, fathers leaving the home. And yes, that's bad too. But y'all go straight to the Bible and say, no. But what about us? What about your sisters? What about your wives and your mothers? Those of us who don't have straight hair. Because it's some of us out here with some really nice hair. All praises to y'all for that. Thank you, Jane. Thank you. Isaiah Traveler, Shalom. Okay, I know some of y'all out here with some gray hair and y'all can't relate to what I'm saying. Or you got a perm and your perm is fine, so you can't relate. You can afford to get your hair done every 2 weeks. You can afford $200 or $300 for a wig because them wigs ain't cheap. A good wig is not cheap. Let me tell you. Like I even just wanted to get a simple glueless headband wig. $250, $300. These things are not cheap. A good sew-in, please. And you want to pay for the hair, you're easily looking at $300 to $500. And that's easy. Thank you, honey. He said, I think your hair Fido. Thank you, babe. So, and listen, braids ain't cheap either. Just braid it up. That's not cheap. You're not getting box braids for less than $100. You're not. Good box braids, you're not, unless you know somebody. And even then, you might not get it for less than $100. See, you'll get on here and berate these women and talk about them walking through wherever with their body. Yes, if I'm getting on a plane, yes, I'm probably gonna have my bonnet on. Why? I don't care about these people on this plane looking at. No, I'm saving my hair for my destination. Thank you, Jane. Nope, I paid $140 for my last set. Okay, $140. Okay, everybody can't afford that, and everybody can't afford to do it back to back to back. Can I play? I'm gonna slide in your DM, sir. Everybody can't afford to keep. You can't. It's hard to keep that up. And we listen. I'm gonna do a show one day about the price of being a well-kept woman, a well-looking woman. It's not cheap out here. And we just talking about hair. We're not talking about undergarments. We're not talking about makeup, jewelry, decent clothes. No, everybody cannot run the rainbow and get a $10. No, it don't work. Do you think that locks or dreadlocks are a lazy way out of doing hair? I'm not gonna call it lazy. I do have some questions though, as far as where that originated. And is that an Israelite custom? Because we are called to keep ourselves clean and kept. The Bible tells us to take care of our hygiene, and keep ourselves together. So that would be my only question when it comes to locks or dreadlocks. I'm not going to say yes or no either way. I wouldn't call it lazy. No, not at all. But yes, the cost of being a woman is very, very costly. Like, I mean, you're looking at $100 just in product, like I said, and that's just for product. So guess what? I got to put some more stuff on my hair tonight. Okay. I'm gonna put it up in a bun, put my bonnet on. But when I get up tomorrow, I have to put more product in my hair. If I'm just running to the store to grab some eggs for my children, why do I deserve to be looked down upon? Why do I deserve to be regarded any less than the woman next to me who may be on her way to work or just maybe in a better financial situation so she don't think twice about using product or doing whatever? And again, I'm not saying to let ourselves go. No, I will say it over and over again. You have to be clean. And you should be smelling nice, if possible. So, hey, just be clean, okay? For real, just be clean. Let's start there. As long as I'm clean, then leave me alone, sir. Ma'am, get up off my hair. I'm not gonna lie. And I tried to have this conversation, but it was almost like such a visceral reaction from people. And these are people that I know. Like, people that I know. But their hair not like mine. Oh, it be black people. They be black, just like mine. That dude Shalom. It be black people that look just like me. But their hair is a little more relaxed. So they can get up and throw it in a bun and a ponytail and keep it moving. Child, if I did that, I'd be out here looking like a rooster's behind, like my mother would say. And I'll throw a bonnet on before I walk around looking like that. Seriously. So please, let's stop with the mixed messages and just stop with the berating. Like, just let me be. Let me and my nappy hair be. Please. You know what I'm saying? Now, since I kind of agree with you, because I tell my kids' father, Mexican ladies in the South and the African braided be themselves. And see, I feel like almost every other group of women gets that pass in the name of mental health. They'll say, hey, if you just don't have the bandwidth today, don't worry about doing your hair. Hey, I have seen so many times when they'll say, oh, I was just depressed, so I couldn't get in the shower. What? You ain't took a shower for weeks? Because I don't understand. Because if anything, being dirty would make me more depressed. That alone will send me into a depression, being filthy. Do you think people judge bonnets differently from head wraps? Yes. Yes, I do. And the fact of the matter is, I don't know why. It's still a head covering. Now, let me say this. I am not a proponent of bonnets in inappropriate places. Please do not show up to nobody's job with your bonnet on. Don't do that. Don't go up in them people's church, place of worship with your bonnet on. Don't do that. That's just downright. Do not, please. Y'all, please, please. Unless it's just a dire emergency, please stop showing up to y'all child's school with your bonnet on. Do you think them people are not looking at you, judging you and your child? They are. They are. I make it a point to look nice when I go to my kids' school. I don't care what they did. What you're not gonna do is think that we just living any kind of way at the house. That's what you're not gonna think, okay? So I'm gonna be decent before I come to my kids' school. If you know you're going to a think I'm sorry, sis, when I see a bonnet, I think of Carol Burnett. I don't have nothing. I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. It's funny. I enjoy some Carol Burnett too. I'm not mad at that. But just not in inappropriate places. Please don't come to my function with your bonnet on. Again, if you run into the store, sis, by all means, have at it. Even in a beauty supply, and I think it's just an unspoken code. Like in a beauty supply, we don't judge each other. Okay, we all know why we're here. All right. I don't care what you got on right now. You don't care what I got on right now. We are here to make ourselves better. So no judgment in the beauty supply. But let's be smart about it, because we don't get that that grace. We don't get that grace that other races of women get. You know, a woman of a woman of the global minority can walk out tattered and torn, and they'll just say, "Oh, look, oh, she's such a hardworking mother. She just must be tired." Or, "Oh, she might be going through some depression." You just never know what someone is going through. You should be nice to everybody. But let my black self walk out looking less than presentable. I'm a crackhead and a bum. And people are looking at me crazy. So we have to understand where we are. We have to understand what we're facing, and we have to understand the assignment. And currently at this time, our assignment is to build up and edify the nation of Israel, to wake up our sisters, wise women's hair referred to as their glory. It says that in the Bible. That's biblical, sis. It talks about a woman's glory being her hair and how women should have long hair and stuff like that. That's biblical. But we know what we're facing, and we know what we have to do. And I was just talking to a sister about this earlier. Shout out to the homie Leah. Once you come into the knowledge and you understand what's going on, I would think that would be enough to want to get right with the Most High, to repent and start keeping these laws. And why for me? I'm tired of worrying about my sons. I'm tired of worrying about when my husband leave the house. I'm tired of worrying about when I leave the house with all my good intentions. But just because I'm black in this country, my good intentions don't mean anything, because all it takes is one person to feel threatened by me, and I might not make it home. My husband might not make it home. There was a 6-year-old arrested because he picked a flower. And I think it was in a public park, or it might have been on someone's private property. Regardless, this was a 6-year-old picking a flower, and he was arrested. I mean, I'm not even gonna, I don't want to go into it because I don't want to make this like a black traumatic experience. Synthesia Shalom. But because of the fact that there is no rest in this place, that there is no rest in this land, like I would think that would be enough to make us re-examine ourselves. Ladies, it's on us. It is on us, whether we want to accept it or not. It's on us. Okay, we were made for men. if we're not working, how do you expect them to work? And see, here's my problem. Any place you go to, any job you go to, there are rules and there are expectations. People in this position are expected to do these things. Someone in another position is expected to do these things. Now, once you finish those things, you're welcome to help other people with their things, but your things are your responsibility. Okay? In the Bible, it says that a woman's job is to keep the home. Black Tony Tiger, shalom. And I understand where we are now. Some women may have to work. I get that. I'm talking about in an ideal case and the way it was intended to be. We are supposed to be the keepers of the home. And my problem with, and then another problem I have with feminism, it's like the first wave of feminism was about having a choice. It was about women allegedly saying, hey, I want to have a choice to work. I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to do that. Whatever. But they've taken that position of having a choice to now it's like, I'm going to force y'all to do this. Who, why, what woman thought that they wanted to sign up for combat? Why? Who? Why? Who thought this would be a good idea? Why? And now they're talking about making our daughters sign up for the secret selective service or whatever they call it that you have to sign. Men usually have to sign up for when they turn 18. Now they're talking about making our daughters do that. Why? I tell y'all why. Because y'all out here trying to act like y'all men. I am not a man. Listen, there's nothing manly about me. I am the exact opposite of a man. I told y'all before, even when I was single, honey, if there's a man around, I'm helpless. I can't open a door. I cannot. I forgot how. My hands are useless. And you know what? Men will open the door for you. The draft. Thank you, honey. They making us sign up. They're trying to make our daughters sign up for the draft. Ladies, if you be a lady, there are men that will step up to be a man. We don't give them the chance. Because on a small scale, you'll run right by them. Oh, I don't need you to open the door for me. Or even if he do open the door for you, he can't get a thank you, sir, and a smile. He just want to look at my ass. Okay, maybe. But he's a man, damn it. He's supposed to. What you want him to look at? Come on. Y'all got to stop. We have to stop. There are men out here trying. But he's not trying to get another man. He does not need a battle partner. He's not looking for his equal. That is not what a real man wants. Now, I've heard men say, I don't mind if my woman leads. And boo. Slow clap for you if that works in your household. Like, I know some women that are doing that and they wear the pants. Good for y'all. I don't. I can't. I don't. And even though I knew what kind of man I wanted, and I prayed for all these things, please know it was still a battle at first. It was a battle to change my mind. Okay. But let's be clear. I wanted to, which is why all praises to the Most High, the growth and the progression has taken place. But it's, you're going to pray, you're going to meet your husband. And then the test is going to begin. And I don't think that we understand that. Marriage is not just about saying, oh, me and my husband. No. If you're married with the intent of living your marriage to the fullest extent, there's going to be some painful merging of two people. Ladies, it is not your job to fight him. It is your job to try to conform to him to the best of your ability. Well, I got to conform to him. Is he your head or no? Because when Jesus was your husband, you didn't have no problem trying to conform to that. Yes, I want to be like Jesus. See, y'all be wanting to say Jesus is your husband because there's no accountability. It's not a person. That's an image. There's no accountability. There's nobody to call you out on your stuff. There's nobody to tell you, hey, you wrong. You can't be doing that. So it's easy. That's the easy route. Jesus is my husband. I don't need a man. Bull crap. Because who's keeping you warm at night? And please, y'all gotta stop with these toys. That is not meant to be a replacement for a man. That is a supplement, not a replacement. Okay, y'all be taking it too far. A woman who was made for a man saying she doesn't need a man sounds about as crazy as my right eye not needing my left eye. I mean, sure, I could live without it, but I'm not going to see everything. I'm not going to have no peripheral. And we can get into the loss of vision and how that correlates to not having a husband. And I'm not trying to bash my single sisters. I get it. Trust me. I get it. So I'm not bashing y'all. But what I'm saying is, even if your goal is not marriage yet, even if your goal is not marriage yet, your goal should be to return to the woman that the Most High has called you to be. Not strong, independent Black woman who don't need no man. No, that is of Satan. That is of Satan. We're not doing that. One thing my husband always says, and I get it, we have to be ladies at all times, just like we expect them to be men at all times. You have to be a lady. And if you find out that this person does not deserve your ladiness, if they cannot appreciate the beauty that you bring to their life, then take your beauty somewhere else. Y'all don't stop sticking around for the abuse. They be showing y'all what they're made of. And you stick around for the abuse. And now the next man got to deal with all these issues and all this other stuff. And I was not perfect. Matter of fact, I told my husband before we got married, I was like, listen, I got some issues. Okay. I had been in abusive relationships. Excuse me. I still had issues from my childhood. Like I have issues. I'm not clean. Go find you somebody else. I said that. And I meant it. Because I knew enough of myself to know, like, I got some ish with me. I warned him. Okay. Like, I did warn him. Okay. So, knowing that about myself, if I would have been in denial when the problems started to arise, when the fights started, I would not have been able to look and say, maybe it's me. And I'm not saying that I got it perfect and I got it right. And every time I did something wrong, I was right away like, oh, no, that's me. No, but all praises to the Most High, I was at a place where I could at least consider it. And it took a lot of fighting and it took a lot of argument on both sides. But I'm just talking about me. I can't speak for my husband. I'm not him. I'm just speaking for me. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of, it takes a lot of selflessness because we are taught that it's all about us. Like we're given this fake rendition of marriage and relationships. Like, oh, he should just be so happy to be in my presence and he should just do whatever I want him to do. No, that is wrong. That is not going to work. What kind of man is going? No, sis. Now, I'm not excusing these men that be on here talking about what does a woman bring to the table? What does a woman bring to the table? Sir, you sound like you've never been in the presence of a woman. I'm going to just say that. Like, you sound like you haven't been in the presence of a good, solid woman to show you what a woman brings to the table. All of these things are not always verbal. Samara B. Israel, Shalom. All of the things that, I can't sit here and iterate to you all of the things that I do for my husband. Especially, and I especially would not present it to speak for any other woman because one, I don't know if she's capable or if she's interested. So what one woman has to bring to the table, it may not be the same. Some of us love being mothers. Other of us is one and done. Like, I give you one kid and that's it. And speaking of kids, can y'all separation before elevation? Shalom. When it comes to dating with kids, I'm gonna need y'all to be realistic with y'all expectations. People are not saying like the issue with women with children looking for men without children. Y'all can't be serious. Y'all cannot be serious. Now, when I had no children, I didn't want nobody with kids. And I had every right not to. Even when I had one. And that situation, I was married, let's be clear. Okay, but when that marriage ended, I had one. I didn't really want to deal with nobody else with kids. And I felt like I was perfectly within my right to say that. Okay, but now you 2, 3, 4, and 5 kids, and you sit up here talking about, oh, I don't want to be with nobody with no kids. Excuse me? You got your nerve. You mean to tell me you can bring your bags and I can't bring mine? What is that? How does that work? And then when you understand what if the man doesn't want you out of their life? I don't understand what you mean by that. If he doesn't want you out of his life, are you married to him? You can't, knowing what goes with having children from a relationship that is no longer together. Why would you want to put someone with no children in that situation? Why would you put that stress on you or them? Because someone who does not have children, that's just a whole nother mindset. And I mean, unless they're coming to you and saying like, no, this is what I want to do. I'm telling you, and y'all take your time and you're confident and sure that he can handle this, then by all means, all praises, go for it. But you should be looking for a man who's already a father because that's what you need. You're not just, no, stop with I'm tired of y'all saying, I'm not looking for a father for my kids. What man you think gonna get with you and not be a father to your children? You should not want to be with that man. You should run away the opposite direction. You want to leave him and he doesn't want you to leave. Child, run. Like I just said, in the opposite direction. I've been in those situations, okay? And you will be caught up and it will be 5-10 years later. I know, girl, this was not me. I promise y'all, this was not me. But, and I've seen it happen before. Like there, two people be dating or whatever. The man meets someone else and he's still stringing this woman along. And I've seen men be married to other women. But this one woman, he just keeps stringing along. I mean, multiple marriages to other women. Because what we have to understand about men is you may be good enough to sleep with, but that does not mean that you are good enough to marry. that you are good enough to mother their children. And I think that's something that we all, the sooner you learn to accept that, the sooner that you can clearly make your decisions. If a man, my husband didn't want me to leave, he married me. I mean, again, like I said yesterday, if he's saying one thing and he's doing another, believe what's hurting you. And I feel like you're in a caught up position. And you're saying you want to leave him and he doesn't want you to leave him, but you don't really want to leave him. Like, you want him to get his act together. You want him to show you, to make you not want to leave. And I get that, but until he's ready to, and let's just keep it funky, he may not ever be ready to with you. And y'all, you got to deal with that. You got to accept that. Because a lot of times they'll tell us, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship. And y'all don't hear the with you because he's developing the relationship that he wants with someone else. And that's okay. That does not make him a bad man. That does not make you a bad woman. That doesn't mean that you're not good enough. That doesn't mean that you'll never find the love of your life. That just means that this particular person was not for you. Cool, sir. The sooner we can find that out, the better. And that's, I would pray that you would not have sex until you get married. And also, what I will say is, if that's your goal, stop putting yourselves in situations to have sex. Stop letting these men come to your house. Stop going to their house. Why? You say you'll sit up here on the phone and tell them, well, I'm not like that. I ain't no hoe. I don't be doing that. Then stop putting yourself in a position to do that, especially if you know you hot in the pants. And there's nothing wrong with that. We grown. We have hormones. Things are working the way they're supposed to work. So it's not a bad thing, but you got to learn how to govern yourself according to what you're saying you want. And I'm not saying to withhold sex in order to get married, but I'm saying withhold sex until you find the person that you want to marry, to prevent yourself from being in a situation that you don't want to be in. Who want to be Jody baby mama and him driving your car to work? Who wants that? Who want that? That's not what you signed up for. But months ago, and now you can't get him out your house. Months ago, and now he won't leave you alone. Months ago, and you can't have a life of your own because every time you try to do something, here he comes. And so what do? You get comfortable with him, have a couple babies with him until you just fed up. And now you have a family to dismantle and a whole life to try to put back together. We can't keep going through the same cycles. And it breaks my heart, especially when I see women that I have a personal relationship with repeat the same mistakes that I made. Because I be telling them with my whole mouth and my whole heart and my whole soul, please don't do it. I've been there. I've done it. I've seen this movie. It's not going to end well for you. Walk away from him now. I had a cousin, and I'm not going to say her name. And this is not in any means to embarrass her at all. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just make a point, okay? I had a cousin, and she saw me go through a situation with a man. She saw it. She was there the whole time, okay? Years later, she's involved with the same man. Why? 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 Why would you do that? I told you. You saw it. I didn't have to tell you. You saw it and you were there. Why? We need to start asking that question as a whole. Why do we keep doing the same stuff over and over again? We saw our moms go through it. Some of us saw grandma go through it. So why keep doing the same stuff? Why, they say like, oh, there must be something wrong with you because you only attract a certain type of dude. No, you attract different type of people. It's the people that you choose to keep around you. That's the problem. When I came here, my first year, 8th grade, East Cobb Middle School, I had the sweetest little boyfriend. I'm telling you, he was so sweet. He would buy me cars and stuff. So sweet, okay? But this is when I was being tortured in school. Hated going to school. Hated, like, when I came from Germany here, and listen, Judah will vex anybody, okay? When I came here from Germany, I hated it. Hated it so bad, I wanted to crawl right back across the water. Couldn't stand it. Okay, but here came this guy. And he was so nice and so sweet to me. But because I was already being bullied, and because the other guys started making fun of him for being so sweet to me, I stopped talking to him. And then guess what? The very same guys that were making fun of him for being so sweet to me wanted to try to talk to me and not put in as much effort as this gentleman was putting in. You wasn't bringing me cards and sliding them in my locker. You wasn't getting me an extra slice of pizza on Fridays. You wasn't walking me to my bus. You know what I'm saying? All the little stuff you did in 8th grade. But I was so, I don't want to say damaged, but I was just in a bad place. It was a lot. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. So it's not that I never had good people around me. It was the people that I chose and the choices that I made that led me in the situation that I found myself in. And I think that's the same for a lot of us. I've seen women around me have good men providing, loving them and their children. What's the problem, sis? His package is not big enough. He ain't slanging it right. That's the only problem? Yeah, that's the only problem, girl. I mean, he got money. He could take care of us. My kids love him. I love him. He's super sweet to me. He's great to my mom. He's helping take care of her. And you gonna leave him because it's not going down in the bed the way you want. And I'm not saying that's not important. Okay? Please. I'm not saying that that's not important at all. But that should not come into play when you're weighing your life partner. It shouldn't. Because like I said earlier, there are supplements. You can teach a person things. You can guide them into what you like. Like you can fix that. What you can't fix is an ugly soul and a weak man. You can't fix. The other stuff that you can fix, y'all be worried about the wrong stuff. Oh, I don't like the way he dressed. Girl, dress him. He ain't got no flavor. Give him some. That's your job, to beautify. I don't like the way he just change it. I'm not saying you're going to do it overnight. And see, this is another thing about a marriage and a relationship. Changes do not occur overnight. It takes time. Sometimes it takes a lot of time. Sometimes it only takes a little bit of time. But you're going to have to put in time. You're going to have to invest. Just like I was talking about earlier about keeping up appearance, you're going to have to invest in yourself and in your house. You're going to have to spend a little money, put a little elbow grease in. To any man. I mean, I know, he's so perfect. No, honey, y'all be falling for illusions. Y'all don't know what it's like behind closed doors. Y'all don't know how these people be living. You don't know the truth. So take some time to get to know the truth before you just jump into it. Before you decide, oh, this is who I love. 'Cause my daddy said, and I believe this to be true. My dad says you should give a person at least 4 seasons. At least 4 seasons. And sure, we think of summer, spring, winter, fall, all a year. But what's more to that is emotional seasons of their life. You can't tell if someone is battling depression and anxiety up front. But if you spend a little time with this person and start to know their patterns of behavior, then you can see, oh, I don't know if I can deal with this. I don't know if this is something I want to sign up for. Let me rethink this. And because you have not submitted to him physically, you still have a clear head to make those decisions. I want to get into all that with y'all because I feel like that's at the root of a lot of our problems. If we could make better choices, get back to being the women that we were called to be. The Bible says that we were once so delicate that our feet would not dare touch the ground. And I don't mean literally not touching ground because, of course, you have to walk around. But I mean, I'm not working. I'm not what? No, I got handmaids for that. Are you crazy? No, my job is to sit here and beautify myself and wait for my husband to come home. In simplest terms, we know there were, women who were active in other things in the Bible. So I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying to simplify it, to reduce it down. So we're gonna get more into that. We are going to stay on us. We are going to edify us, women building women. So another thing I wanted to tell y'all about, we have a segment on Sundays called Ask the Men. Ladies, I have a single man here and a married man here. Okay, so you can ask your questions to both of these men. They're going to be very honest with you. You might want to make sure you want the real before you submit these questions because they will tell you the truth. I'm not taking no foolish questions. Please don't come with nothing foolish. But I think that this would be an opportunity for just some open dialogue and maybe for y'all to just get a peek inside of a man's mind, especially if you're dealing with a man and you can't quite decipher his behavior. Nobody knows men quite like men. They understand themselves very well. So yeah, send those questions in. You can DM them to me on Instagram at the wife of Mono. I'm also on TikTok, but it's best to probably just DM it to my IG and we'll be answering those questions for you on Sunday. If you have any questions for me, please also feel free to DM any comments you want to discuss. I got a phone call today that was so encouraging. So please, if anything sticks out to you, anything you want to hear about, again, documentaries, anything, I am all for it. Even I don't want to say conspiracy theory type stuff, but yes, I'm here for that too. I'm always digging and looking for more information. I don't know why. I just love to learn. I love to learn. So I'm definitely open to that. So once again, the House of Mono, follow us on YouTube, on Facebook. We are still trying to get that Instagram. I don't know what we're going to do because old girl ain't answered. She probably done disconnected the account. I don't know, but we're going to figure out the Instagram thing. Again, my lovely husband. Let me tell y'all something. He makes it all possible. I mean, the Most High and him is an amazing partnership. That man really makes it all possible. So much love. Shout out to him. My family, thank y'all for the sacrifice of your time to allow me to do this. My sisters and my cousins, my saints, I appreciate y'all for joining me this evening. We will be back with more housewife stuff. I don't know. We're still mapping out the weekends. I personally would love to do like a late night, Friday night type live situation, but people be out on Fridays. It's not The best time for social media. But hey, y'all let me know. Like, you want a little Friday night throw down, whatever. We good girls. We stay home. So I be here. So if you're home too, let me know. We'll definitely get into that. I don't have a consistent schedule for housewife stuff. We don't have a consistent schedule for our podcasting yet at the House of Mono. We are working on that. It is always a work in progress. So, some days you might see both of us. Some days you may just see me. Some days you may just see him. But we want to be present. We want to be present for the people. And my heart really is for women like me coming out of Black church, entering the truth. I think we speak a different language. We just have our own unique experiences. And I'm not gonna lie, it was hard because I miss Black church sometimes. Like, I miss the music, I miss the fellowship, I miss even the style of preaching. Like, nothing was wrong with it. We just weren't getting the truth. You know what I'm saying? And like, I miss that. These have been your church announcements. Please govern yourself. Like, I miss all of that. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. It's just, it wasn't the truth that we were being told. So that that was its own culture. Okay. If you was like me, you was there Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. At least. That's a regular week. 2 services on Sunday, midweek Bible study, and then Friday night service. And that's a regular week. Don't let it be revival, honey, because you in there 5-7 days a week. Okay. And if you was Kojic, you got the summer convocations, conventions, this anniversary, that anniversary, this pastor's this, that pastor's that. I mean, it was a lifestyle. It was a lifestyle, and it's a bonding experience. It's not easy to let it go. And I get that. And I don't think we have to let that go. That was a precious, precious part of our lives. And some of the most amazing people that I've ever met in my life, I met in church. I met my husband in church. I mean, granted, we was only 12, 11, 12, one of them ages. I was in 92, 12. So I was 12, 13. And he was too. Don't let him lie to y'all. He's only 2 weeks younger than me. He likes to talk about how I'm a cougar. Not hardly. He's only 2 weeks younger than me. So we was the same age. So I want to reach out to my sisters coming from that to maybe help explain some of the things that we may get caught up on. Because when you talk to people in the truth, especially those who did not grow up in church, they can have such a visceral, and rightly so, a visceral reaction to the things that we consider normal or the things that we grew up with. So I understand your hesitation. I would understand where you just come from and how to translate some of that language for you, if I can say that correctly. I want to be that bridge. And even if it's just to plant a seed, I'm cool with that. But my goal at this point is to wake up my sisters and cousins and saints. We have to get it together. And we have to get better so that our men can get better, so that our children can get better. Okay. Change does not happen in one generation. It doesn't. It takes time. And we're going to do that. We're going to buckle down and we're going to uplift each other so that we can uplift in our rightful positions, continue to uplift the nation of Israel. That is it for me tonight. I have to get up in the morning with school. Oh yes, school. I forgot to tell y'all about my son's school. It is amazing. We're going to talk about that next time. I'm going to talk about the difference between homeschool and what my son does, which is an online public charter school. But if you want some information on it, please check it out. They are accepting new students until the end of September. And this is a wonderful alternative if you don't want to send your kids to school, because I know that most counties are back under mask mandates. and whatever shalom, calm before stormy, and whatever else kind of regulations they're putting in, you may not be comfortable with that. If it was up to me, all my kids would be home, but I have a senior and a sophomore, so I let them go to school. But trust me, um it is not a stable guarantee, because if too much pop off, I will pull them right back out of there. So please, 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 if you're interested, check it out. Georgia Cyber Academy. I love this. I'm honest with myself. Okay. I do not feel like I have the attention span, or even I don't have the confidence in myself to pick a curriculum and follow through and be consistent as I need to be with no one watching me. I'm not gonna lie, I need accountability. Like I sucked at college classes online. I was always the person handing their stuff in the last week. Okay, so I need someone looking at me saying, I need you to turn that in. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. So that's why I like this. I'm more of a learning coach. So the teacher is there, but I am the one sitting beside him, teaching him and stuff. And they have a moment of reflection, they call it, in place of the Pledge of Allegiance. So what do we get to pray, and we get to reflect on scripture. So I love that. And that's, those are kind of things you get to do when you're educating at home. So we'll talk more about all of this good stuff. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. I will see you all next time. Shalom.
One time. Yo. 3 times. 4 times.